This file was recovered from the Unsolved Archives. Its clearance has lapsed. Nothing in it has been corrected. Julian Frost was 39, and he was the only person alive who could open the vault. His crypto exchange held $400 million for its customers, all of it behind cold wallets only he controlled. Then, on a trip overseas, Julian Frost died. Suddenly, quietly, buried within days, and the money? Frozen forever, they said. No password, no keys, no way in. Except the ledger everyone can see kept ticking. Coins moved out of those wallets weeks after Julian Frost was dead. Dead men don't sign transactions. Somebody did. Accession UA-112, Division 3, Digital Forensics, the founder. This file is open. Julian Frost, 39. The face of Meridian, a crypto exchange that grew faster than anyone could believe. He told the world he alone held the keys to the cold wallets, the offline vaults where the customers' fortunes actually lived. It was the whole brand. "Trust me," he said. "I'm the only one who can touch it." Then Julian flew abroad on business, and a private clinic reported him dead of a sudden illness. No autopsy. Buried in 3 days, and $400 million went dark with him. First, the ledger. On a blockchain, every move is public, permanent, and stamped in time. Exhibit A, the public ledger for Meridian's cold wallets. Everyone said the money was frozen the day Julian died, but read the timestamps. Small transfers out of the frozen wallet starting 11 days after his death. Quiet ones, routed through mixers to hide where they went. A blockchain can't be argued with. It says the keys were used after the only key holder was buried, which means either a dead man reached out of the grave, or he was never the only key holder at all. So the story that the money died with Julian was never true. Someone else could always get in. There was a backup. There's always a backup. You don't run 400 million on one phone that can fall in a lake. Meridian's own security setup required a second signer for the cold wallets, a co-founder. Publicly, he wept that he was locked out, that only Julian knew the real passphrase. Privately, his signature is the one the chain keeps recording. And here's what Julian was doing the week he flew abroad. He'd hired an outside auditor. He'd started asking where the customer funds actually were. And the death itself won't hold still. The clinic that reported Julian's illness has no record of admitting him. The doctor who signed the certificate can't be found. The burial was arranged and paid for from Meridian's account before the family was even told. Julian Frost flew abroad healthy with an auditor on his calendar and came home in a sealed box no one was allowed to open. A man doesn't bury himself in 3 days. Someone was in a hurry. So who really had the keys? 3 answers sit in the ledger's cold light. There's Julian, the founder, who swore he was the only one and can't defend himself now. There's the co-founder who cried that he was locked out while his signature moved the money. And there's the exchange itself, a machine built so that trust lived in one man until it was convenient for that man to disappear. The archive won't tell you what killed Julian Frost. The chain has shown you the rest. So, who had the keys? The file is now in your hands. 400 million behind one man's password. A death abroad no clinic remembers. A funeral paid for before the family was called. And a blockchain that watched the frozen wallets keep signing in a hand that swore it was locked out. The archive won't ask you how Julian Frost died. It'll ask you who really had the keys. Say the name in the comments. The archive won't confirm it, but the wall remembers who called it. One detail still doesn't fit. One of the wallets didn't go to a mixer. A single test transaction, days before Julian flew, went to an address that appears in exactly one other sealed file in this archive. It was signed while Julian was still alive. but not the forensics say by Julian. This thread stays open. The wall of detectives. Every file, the detectives whose verdicts hold are named here, by rank, by name. The archive never tells you the answer, but the wall remembers who found it. Tonight, it's empty. Solve this file, detective. Your name goes here. This file stays open, they all do. In 7 days, the names that called it right go up on the wall, and the verdict is pinned for the ones who stayed. The full-size case files never open on this channel. They're sealed, printable investigations, and the link is below. A new file every week. The archive stays open, so should you.